are there ways to forecast fashion, like what's gonna come back in style?
It's funny because in school they can teach all that, but in my heart of hearts, I generally don't feel like that. Like I feel like you can maybe guesstimate. Like this may be cool, this may certain colors and stuff like that. But in school, like they call it like trend forecasting.
Yeah.
So like you actually they study it. It's like websites like WWD. It's like this fashion magazine. I'm pretty sure that was one of the websites. Don't quote me. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's one of the sites you can go on there and they like have it like you could select the year.
Yeah.
You know, like this might be in or something. Because that's how they have to study that to get their collection ready.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta think when they present them collections, they're already made like a year before that.
Oh, really?
How do you think they just whipped it out like right before?
I mean,
sometimes some changes do happen because fashion does change.
Mm-hmm.
But some of that stuff is created a year before to get it ready, to get it prepped, for the garments and stuff. Because they're studying the upcoming fashion trends, plus they're mixing the predictions in with the now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like trying to find a happy medium. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, in my heart of hearts, I don't think you could predict anything. It just kind of it's written.
I think a good example of that is kind of like the Astro Boy boots and like how those like at the beginning. I personally when I first seen them, I thought they were pretty dope. But that's just because like I'm more in like I watch anime and shit, and I like kind of like the overzealous like.
See Astro Boy like cause I looked at it like I like them on some like cool to have around the crib. I didn't expect them to go as viral as they did. Everybody wearing them and stuff. But that goes to show you if you got a strong back and who you got in them. They put Sarah Snyder in them.
Oh, yeah.
So then all the fashion models, all the IG girls, you know, they went crazy. You know, they want that.
This is true. This is true. I mean, like I said, I thought that the design was very creative. And, you know, like, it's simple, but it's not at the same time because it's like, who's really going to dare to try to make this and not it just be like a one-of-one thing. You know what I'm saying?
But everyone's daring.
This is true.
Everyone's daring.
This is very true. Damn. So, how do you feel about Supreme and like vape and shit? Do you feel like now it's kind of conflated, or do you still see it kind of in the same light of what it was when it first came out?
Man, I regret so much shit, man. I had like a 2006. It was the candy paint vape hoodie made from when Nego was there, not the new dude. So it's from Nego. Full zip. I sold it because like. I was like one of the kids that fell for it. I stopped being a leader, just started being a follower. Like, man, fuck this shit lame.
But
I sold all that shit. But as of recently, like that shit's always a classic. Like that shit always a classic. I just bought some new Supreme pieces. My boy steadily put me on with new Supreme pieces. My boy Ivan, he always be rocking that shit. So I mean, I'm in. Fucking with it. I fuck with it. I went to the new, you know they got Supreme in Chicago. My boy, a couple of my friends work up there. They just opened Supreme Chicago.
Damn.
Check it out. And a lot of shit that sell out online you can get in the store. Like I went in there and seen like the Tonal box logo. Just sitting there.